Hey guys, so heading off to a job, wear my my fancy tuxedo, you know. Anyways, want to talk about eye bolts, eye bolts, eye bolts, eye bolts. Yeah, I had to do that. So the other day I'm running around grabbing hardware. I like to grab new hardware whenever I have a big job. I'll just put it right there. That's funny as hell. And one of the reasons why, because I don't ever trust these over the long period of time. And this is a big job today where I have to lift up a big piece of equipment, move it around, set it back up, you know, do all that technological stuff. So what I like to do, I don't just use the eye bolt. I sandwich it between the lifting piece of the equipment between two washers, and then I put a nut on it. And I always test these things before I actually buy them. So I put the nut down like that or whatever, and I bought 4 of these yesterday, and I'll get into that right now. The cashier, which is a younger guy, and he literally I asked him to test it in front of me because like he had 2 and I was grabbing a few and I didn't want to reach them because they were just right in front of him. You know, that little bit of awkward area. So I didn't want to be like, give those to me. So I asked him to put that on. He does this. He's like, yep, it's good. I'm like, really? You're gonna tell me that is good? Like you're gonna tell me? And I literally took my glasses off. I threw them on the counter. And I'm like, let's see. Oh, and then it didn't want to go right. And I'm like, oh. I see there's a problem here. He's like, yeah, just cinch it down, just rip it down. I'm like, no, I have to lift up a piece of equipment with one of these things. That this piece of equipment might be worth $100,000, might be worth $500,000, and you're telling me that it is okay to take one of these beasts and put it in, and just like even if it's got a couple threads, and you're going to tell me that it's okay, even though it's a compromised piece of equipment, and you're going to tell me that it's okay to risk the lives of my coworkers, the men that I work with, the men that trust me, and I'm holding this up to them, and you're telling me, as a cashier, I can tell you're younger, and you're telling me with your advice, your exquisite wisdom, that would be okay, and he didn't have anything, to say. I had a straight face the entire time. I can't keep a straight face now that I'm telling the story. And I'll take the 2 that are good. You can do whatever you want with those 2. And I went and I said, I'm going to go to the competitor right now, and I'm going to buy 2 more of these that are good. So I don't care what you do with those things, but I choose good equipment. And please, in the future, do not give bad advice. That's where I left it. So I went into the other place and I got the 7/8 eye bolts or whatever. We were doing the lifting and everything like that. But that's just the way I look at things. I like things to be safe. As much as I do these crazy things, as much as I do all these wild things. And guys know me, I'm a cowboy. If there's a wrong way and a safe way and the right way, I will choose the right way without the safety equipment. About 9 times out of 10. If it's on work time, then I'll choose the safety equipment plus the right way. But lifting up a piece of equipment with a compromised eye bolt, and the guy's like, yeah, just cinch it down, it'll be fine. You're gonna cross thread this. Then it's compromised, and at that point, you're gonna compromise the piece of equipment that you're threading into, and at that it just compounds. So it gets worse and worse and worse. So you've just taken a small little problem where you could just toss this to the side and grab another eye bolt, and since you've crushed it into this area where it's not supposed to go because the threads are messed up, now you've just compromised a piece of equipment. So now you have to fix the piece of equipment plus get a new eye bolt. So you're already at square one again. And with the way things I do, I always test everything. Make sure that I can, especially with stuff when you're lifting at thousands and thousands of pounds and it's worth hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. It just compounds. Plus the guys' lives, nobody's life is worth, let's say this was $50. Nobody's life is worth one of these. Don't cheap out, get the good equipment, and that way you never have anything to worry about. And test it. Even before you use it. Don't go to the job site and be like, oh, damn, I didn't test. What am I going to do? Test it. All the simple stuff. It's all about the simple things. For me, it is all about the simple things, and that's what makes the job go. Because there's always going to be something, a wrench somewhere thrown in the line. There's going to be something stuck in the spokes. But when you mind the pennies, the dollars will take care of themselves. And that's the way I look at a lot of things. So, I left it off. Don't give bad advice. This is what this moral of the story is. Do not give bad advice. Do not give bad advice. If you don't know something, you don't understand something, don't pretend. All of us do that. I'm guilty of that. I pretend half the time that I know something when I don't. And then I look it up on Google. I'll grab the phone wherever it is and I'll be like, Google, save me, give me knowledge. That's all it is. But when it comes to safety, I try to be the best person I can be. and keep my guys safe that I work with. Because the last thing I want to do is have them drop something on me or vice versa. Because not all industrial accidents are industrial accidents. You guys have a great, safe day. Be safe. Peace!